H-Town, what's up? It's time for the best 120 today. Nation's number one urban sports talk show and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is what's the day? The day is Monday. Oh my God. I got to get on board, y'all. Let me get signed up on the shows. Yeah, we're live. That is Moody. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, Thad, can you hear me? Am I coming through loud and clear? Let me know. I see you there. Who else? Let me see. Let me see. I can tell myself. Yeah, I'm live. I'm live. What's up? What's up, Rodney Wells? What's up, Daryl Anderson? What's up, y'all? Hey, it's Rod. Well, man, what's up with the Devers cat? The Devers, what Rafael Devers. What's up with him, man? They trade the man. They sweep the Yankees and trade the man. The man headed to the airport. This headed to the wait a minute. Hold up. He at the airport getting on the plane. They finna go. And they put the man off the plane and said, the Boston Red Sox said, man, we'd have traded you by he had to get off the plane and come back and get his car. What's up, man? With what is baseball? What is no professional sports is y'all don't get mad with them dudes make a lot of money. Cause them people treating them people. They don't care about them people. Glenn, what's up, Glenn? Uh wait a minute. It was a great weekend, man. I experienced some great things. We're gonna talk about Glenn. You better call your friends, text, tag, tell your friends. We finna talk about some stuff I saw this weekend. Uh, but Rob Wells, talk to me, man. I know you don't like nobody, but the who is that? The Los Angeles Dodgers. But y'all, did y'all hear what I said? Boston Red Sox. They sweep the Yankees. How did he refuse to play a different position for Boston, so they traded him to the West Coast? Okay. That's why you trade the dude you paid $300 million to. Your best player, your slugger, the best RBI man you got in the league, other than Aaron Judge, and you trade him because he wouldn't play another position. Huh, huh, huh. Shout out to all my guys, man. Shout out. You know, I'll tell you about that, Rod Wills. I'll tell you about that. I enjoyed Father's Day this weekend. I enjoyed to all the fathers, man. Happy Father's Day. I enjoyed. Um, I went by Funday. I didn't stay the whole day, and I didn't go live because they didn't have the right. I did, you know. If you ain't got the right, we got to make sure we got the right internet connection over there because I don't want to do, you know how I am about doing a bad connected show. So they're gonna work it out. So in the future, I'll go over there. But I was just thinking about really Rod Wells, Glenn Hickman, Brandon Wheatfall, Daryl Anderson, that is Moody. Uh, let's share the show. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me share the show. Guess what? People probably waiting on me to share the show. Hold on. You know, we got some people out here kind of lazy. So they just waiting on me to share it. So I just shared it. Let's see. Now I got to share it to my groups. Hold on. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. People be waiting on me to share it. So I've shared it. Then I go over to YouTube and I share. Sometimes y'all, I forget about it when I get to talking to y'all. I just forget it. But some people are waiting on me to give them a notification, and I just do it. Yeah, I just you know how I am. Y'all know how I am. I just do it. Let's see. Going back to LA for those Memphis Wings. That is Moody. How did you like? How you like our wings out there, man? How did you like that? Just tell me. You ain't called me. That man said, I pray you had a great Father's Day. Yeah, I'm gonna mention Father, but Rod Wells, tell me, Rod Wells said you're going back in August and September. Rod Wells went out to got a ring truck out in L.A. and Rod Wells went out there and enjoyed himself. He got a chance to see my grandson and everything. Man, thank you. Anybody go to L.A., let me know so I can tell you where it is. Um, but every day is Father's Day uh, to me, and I'm gonna have to start thinking about that. I want to lift all the brothers who father us, all the guys, all the brothers, D. Holcomb, who father us, the Babas, the Tatas, the Jingas, the Daddies, the Papu, the Pops, the Pop Pops, the Poppies, the Fathers, the Big Papas, the Padres, the Elders, the old heads, the OGs. I want to lift up all the brothers who fathers us, and you got to get life beyond biology. Community creates and shapes and guides who and what we are, how we claim and no, who we claim and what we do with it and them. Uh, Shout out to fatherhood and brotherhood. Debale, Debale. Go look it up. Dobale to all the fatherhood and brotherhood. Um, it's I was just thinking about it, man. You know, I couldn't stay the whole day yesterday, but I went by there, got a chance to see um, uh, No Excuses Pro Am. Got a chance to see some of the kids I haven't seen in so long. I got to see PJ Bird. I got to see Bryson Etienne. I got to see Joe Burden, and got to see just a lot of young guys in this community that play basketball. They all coming back playing in the pro am. That's what the pro am is about. We can have our oldest to see, and what done happened, y'all. What I done found out, they got a faction of old heads, right, who don't like the rules and the regulations that the No Excuses Pro-Am. So they just go and get they go on the same night, on the same day, and go play somewhere else instead of playing at some little gym somewhere, instead of being able to play. I just don't, in other words, fracturing the community. See, y'all, it's happening everywhere. It's just not, y'all. I remember y'all talking about Jimmy and Sloan fracturing the summer basketball committee. No, they didn't. Y'all let them do it. They didn't do nothing. They were just being themselves, and y'all was scared to pick a side. You got some some people who just don't like the status quo at at pro-am because you just can't do everything. So guess what? Shout out to Henry Sims. He was coaching one of the teams. Uh, uh, got a chance to see him. Shout out to Clyde Jackson, man. Uh, we had a disagreement on this show, and he came up and apologized to me, and I apologized to him, and that's how men supposed to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to never ask y'all to do nothing, ask this next generation to do nothing that I wouldn't do. I just know, but I got to stand on my principle. You have to, I don't, because if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. But shout out to Archie, that No Excuses Pro that keep us informed on the things that are happening. We had some of my young guys from TSU playing. Uh, Alex Anderson played with Sims' team, and then later on that night I couldn't make it back. The rain was so bad that I had to pull over, so I couldn't make it back to the pro-am last night. It was storm. Oh my goodness. I ain't gonna lie. I want to get home safe. You know what I'm saying? And and it was raining so much, flooding could have been, you never know when it's gonna stop. But who is that? Dwayne Posey. Shout out to J5, Jalen Weisinger, who played in this community. He was there. He couldn't play because he's still healing. He's going to be TSU starting point guard this year. He is going much new and improved. This young man is one. If he don't get hurt in the SWAC, if he don't get hurt in the SWAC tournament, we win that game. We win, and Alabama State wouldn't have went on to go to the final. So Jalen Wise, he said, I enjoy kicking it with my boys at Fundy. Oh, that's good, man. And that French's chick, see that? Look at that. See that? He got his chick. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I just hate I couldn't get back there to get y'all. Y'all got to realize it was certain. I was all over the place. I was here. I was there, going back, and but I'm just thank you, Ivan Petty, for going out there. But Archie, I mean, I don't even know what to tell the people that when our young men come back and play in this community, the young kids y'all used to go and play high school basketball. Now they finish their careers and finish it overseas or whatever. Then they come back and play. We got to come support them. We got to come cheer them on. Just like y'all. And hold up, y'all used to have to go pay to see them. Uh, no excuses. Figure out a way to make y'all come back. Y'all can come back and you don't have to pay. Don't have to pay for parking. You don't have to pay for just come in and enjoy yourself in a great, great atmosphere, man. I had so much fun over the weekend. It was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's the dates they're gonna be Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. And don't forget to get your young people. Oh, Darryl Barnes, you came. Okay, good. He said, thank y'all for the experience, first class event. Um, but I was just thinking about Archie, today, from 1 to 3, the open gym for you young people. I went to, let me tell you something. I went to U of H camp this weekend. I missed Rice camp. I hate it. Rice, y'all didn't tell me. Y'all didn't tell me what you got to give me the information. I would have figured out a way. But you got to let me. Y'all got to let me know. I mean, if I didn't know until it was going on. I just can't do that. But U of H sent invitation and said, Mr. Hatter, here is the schedule. Here, that's how first class programs do it. U of H realize how important it is for a person who sits in this seat knows exactly what's going on at U of H. So they make sure they got people on Bilal Badley going to keep me abreast on everything. And you wonder why. And this the same Robert Hatter who was in the gym at TSU, I mean at U of H when wasn't nobody in the crowds but me and Big Doug. Wasn't nobody in the crowd. We the only two in there every day. And now it's a Final Four university, one of the top universities in the country. And they had a basketball camp, and they thought enough to say, Robert Hatter, why didn't Robert Hatter, this where I need you to be, this who playing, this who got the playing. I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about it. I had fun. Let me tell you something. U of H, first class camp. Rice, first class camp too. Rice, I don't know you guys over there, but somebody better get to know that send the Chop Shop that information. So if anybody know anybody at Rice, send the Chop Shop that information so I can know. Not just to Jimmy, but send it to the Chop Shop Htx, chopshophtx@gmail.com. So, but it was a great thing, fathers and fathers. I got something for y'all. Fathers. I got something. Happy 14th birthday to my oldest son. Jason, what's up, baby? Happy birthday. But I was just going through this stuff. Does TSU have a team camp? I'll come to it. Okay. No, I haven't. I don't know. I'm gonna just tell the truth. I don't know. But in the past, he hasn't done one, so I haven't seen where they give a camp. But shout out let me tell you something. I really enjoyed myself. I saw some players. I finally saw little kid Madden Hill. uh, that they was talking about. He's that good, ladies and gentlemen. He is that good. He could be good. He could be better. Um, I love to see me young now. Rafe Austin, Reese Austin, ladies and gentlemen. Harold Tillman said, "I saw your U of H. I need one of those Secret Service headsets you were sporting." A Secret Service headset? That wasn't me, man. A Secret Service headset? I What color was it? You sure that was me, Harold? Why didn't you say something to me? Uh, wait a minute. Were you sitting behind me when I dropped my headset? Oh, okay. You might have been sitting behind me when I dropped it. I had to come back and get it. But it was unique, man. Um, I like walking back and forth to the gyms, the women and men's gym, and then you go back to the Fatita Center. I just it's the people I saw and the people I got a chance to do. The parents, there's a few parents probably didn't understand. I got up and moved. Parents in settings like that, I'm looking and trying to figure something. I just can't have y'all hollering in my ear. Uh, no, I don't know what you talking about with microphone on your phone. I don't know what you talking. No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me, Harold Tillman. You was looking at somebody else. I ain't had no microphone on my phone. I don't know what you was talking about. That wasn't me. That was somebody else. That wasn't me. What's up, Lester? But yeah, I had to move away for a couple of minutes. As soon as I sit down, and we in a camp. Slow down, boss. All that damn hollering. And let the boy play. Go take him after this and go. Yeah, let the kid play. Don't be barking out no instruction from. So I had to move several times doing the thing, Dr. Three. I had moved several times during the team camp. But let me tell you something, because I remember somebody came on here and put a comment up on our board saying, up on the screen, saying they don't understand. They don't understand. Wow. Talking about if a kid don't have a certain GPA, he shouldn't go to. No, I don't wear no trucker hairset. I don't wear that. It's the only thing I wear in my ear, right here. So he must have got the wrong person, man. I don't know what the hell he was talking about. Had a Secret Service. No, you get. I don't know who Harold Tillman I don't know what he was talking about because I didn't have a headset on. But what was I at? Because y'all be talking about some stupid stuff. Um, I was just sitting there watching the people uh, in the stands. Uh, but those two names I saw. I'm just trying to see what else I saw. I just like the setup. I just like being at team camp. I like being around basketball. I like seeing the people. But I saw some that troubled me a little bit. Uh, troubled me. And I'm gonna talk about it a little bit later because I think it's in my notes. But thank you. Yeah, somebody made a comment saying that if you don't have a certain GPA, you shouldn't go to Rice team camp. And if you go to why you going to U of H camp? Because you ain't no U of H player. And I told him that was the dumbest statement that somebody ever put on my screen. Let me tell you something, man. To them young kids to be able to play on a college campus, most of them are not going to play in college. And I understand that. But it's a team camp. They get a chance to play on a college basketball floor where our guys played. And for somebody to come and say, why would you go and play in that camp? It's just asinine. That's why I'm glad we got a show. That's why I keep telling y'all to share the show. I met too many damn people at this thing that don't know anything about this show. I met too many people at this event didn't know their son can come to Funday Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 1 to 3 because a lot of people just not sharing the show. I shouldn't have to be able to do the show, promote it, and go out there and tell everybody about it. Y'all got to do something instead of just click on and say, what this Negro gonna say today. Y'all got to do, I told y'all long time ago, I use this metaphor, bringing a brick. When you come to this, you got to bring something. Because if you're bringing something, you ain't gonna be so back, sit back and, entertain me. I ain't trying to entertain you. I'm trying to inspire our next generation. I don't want to be a generational thief, so I'm giving our next generation this information. So when I see people in the basketball community don't know from 1 to 3 that we're playing basketball, you can play basketball at Fundy. It troubled me a little bit. And it's because we're not, for some reason, and maybe y'all can give me a reason. Maybe y'all can put it on the screen. The reason I don't share the show is because what? Tell me. Because I'm trying to figure out a way to get you to do it. You feel me? Because people needs this stuff, man. I see some kids out there just need to be playing at Fundy to get them better to play in their high school. You follow me? It's just uh a few more players that caught my eye. I got a chance to meet. A young man come up to me and told me thank you for allowing him for helping me get into camp. Uh, man, this is what this stuff about. Got to see Rafe Austin. He coaching the Coos Elite team. His son was traveling all over the country. He came back and played uh, um, that evening at 3 o'clock. So I came back for that. I didn't see but a little bit of it. I didn't, you know, but. Somebody said something to me and it troubled me. And I guess I can talk about it now. That's why I keep telling y'all to share the show. It kind of troubled me a little bit because we got people that's supposed to be leaders in this basketball community. They just so damn negative. They so negative. Y'all share this show, man, because I need everybody in the basketball community listening to this. Because if not, I'm going to repeat it every day. But, I got a whole list of stuff I want to talk about, but I'm going to talk about this. I want to talk about it. Uh, Parents, I see what you're up against, but you're part of your same problems. Talk to some parents. Sonya, hey, Sonya, Coach had you and my dad, Ivan Petty, were a few fathers who attended all your son's game with just following I'm just following the blueprint. Man, let me tell you something. Hey, I don't care what's on the agenda. I'm going to be at my son's practice. I'm going to be at my son's game. I just don't understand it. And I thought and people, I was busy. What's up, Sonny? I was a busy man. But people know I'm not hanging here with you tonight. I'm getting back. I want to take my son to school. That's just a choice that we have to make. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? When he have a son and he have a daughter, he gonna understand that. I didn't have to tell him that. I showed him. Jay Jackson said, "What's up? Had a good game yesterday at the pro. Got a chance to chop it up with Bryce. My homeboy got a picture with Bryce and Cam Reynolds. Got my grub on. Nice time. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. Jay, I didn't know what time y'all was coming, Jay. I couldn't be there all day. Freight. But I was just sitting there, Frank. And thank y'all, man. You fathers, man. I got something for you, fathers. I got something for the fathers. I got something. Got yes. I saw this. Adam Boyd. Adam Boyd. Adam Boyd's my dude. Adam Boyd. Adam Boyd. You know what I like about Adam Boyd for Cedar? Every time I see him, he come to play. You know how some people, they don't come to play sometimes. Sometimes people don't come to play. But Adam Boyd, every time I see him, he come to play. He's consistent. I like Cedar. Yeah, yeah. I see why you like them, Freight. I like the kids. You gotta understand, man. I like the only reason I was talking, I wasn't cheering for Cedar cause of Freight. Freight always the A way, the A way. He said, hit no excuse program with my son and grandson. Had fun, and these games were good. Hate, I miss you. Let me tell you something. The man said he had his son and his grand. That's 3 generations. It's 3 generations in the building. Eric Harrison, 3 generations in the building. He said, why is it good to attend your child practice, not only that? No. That ain't for everybody, Melvin dude. That attending your son practice ain't for everybody. I had a unique situation. Me and my son didn't live together. So, Melvin Dukes. So what I did, I added up the days and the time. So what I did, Melvin Dukes, if the school got him for 8 hours a day, and he over his mom's house or something, the rest of the part of the day, if I don't come to practice and see him and talk to him, see him for them 2 hours, then the school and his mama be raising him, and not me. I'm gonna repeat that. I'm gonna slow that down because y'all won't get that one. Melvin Dews asked me why did you attend your son's practice? I attend because I wanted to be around him. I knew I had something special. So guess what? If you got a diamond, you want to keep a watch on it. If you got something valuable, you want to keep your eye on it. You got a situation where if he's was with his mama this week or with his mama this time, when would I have a chance to see him? He got to sleep. He got to study. So I made it a point to my secretary, don't ever have, when it's time, don't ever book me an appointment. If they want to meet with me, they got to meet me at my son's school because I'm going to be there at his practice every day. It's not for everybody. It's just me wanting to make sure I put a footprint and I put my input in my son and not let no school and his mom and nobody else raise it. It's my responsibility. So that's why I went to practice and took him home for practice. Those times me and him go take him and get him something to eat. Me and him talk, then he go home. Then if he go with my house, he going with me. If he going with mom, that's how I did it. It don't have to work for everybody. And a lot of y'all don't need to be at practice. But at least if you're complaining about your son playing time, show up at practice one day and you'll see why his ass is on that bench. You follow me? Okay? That'll help you. Let me keep going. But good question, Melvin, dude. Good question. That's the reason I went to see. Didn't miss practice. Didn't miss nothing. Nothing. And it's gone. So I'm glad I invested in my time then. Because it goes by so fast. I like Friendswood. Friendswood, I kind of like them. That's one of my one of my top. Dad showed me being present is more important than bringing presents. Ooh, I got that. Man, you're still in my talk. You're still in my TED Talk. I got a TED Talk for y'all today. Uh, he said, same, I had two boys, 12, 14 years old. Man, they didn't want to leave. Oh, Jay Jackson said, Chop Shop family, what's the topic? Man, you just got to come here and listen. Uh, uh, can you give some what, Freight? I missed that. Can you give what? What you want, Freight? But but I like I say, I was at U of H this weekend. But that's good. Melvin, I'm glad you brought that up. That was a teaching moment right there. I was at my son's practice because I missed him and I wanted to be with him. And I put myself in a position where, hey, I can do that. Everybody can't do it. Some people have to work now. Don't do that now. You got to work. Don't do that. But if you can flex and say, look, I'll do this because I want to be here, then it might be for you. He said, got to keep your fingerprints on the boy to help him become an absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. But but I see what your parents up against. I see what you people in summer basketball. That's why I try to lead. Let me tell y'all something. Something happened this weekend. Me and a guy got mad about something that somebody that I said that I reported on the show got mad at me. And you know, and guess what? He came apologized to me yesterday, and I apologized back to him yesterday. That's how men supposed to do it, because I'm tired of walking by people and don't speak to them. Y'all, I just, y'all, I don't like bad energy. I don't like bad energy. I like peace. I talk stuff. I'm forceful, but I'm a forceful man that love peace. I don't like no messy Negroes. And y'all, this summer basketball community is full of little messy ass dudes. I see them. They run in packs. They sit together so they can talk and tell the same lie. And these poor little boys, let me tell you something. And us in this community, we got to surround and protect our kids like Madden Hill and Reese Austin, because you can see the hating come already. I'm minding my business. I'm minding my business. Uh, and I just walked out the gym. I went to see Madden Hill. That's who I went to see. The little kid played for Clear Spring. I ain't never went to see a Clear Springs game in my life. But I wanted to see the kid because people were telling me about it. I don't like y'all know me. I don't like nobody. And listen to what I did, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how he looked. I ain't never seen him before. I walked in the gym. Watch this now. And I watched him. I watched Clear Springs warm up. In warm-ups, I picked him out in warm-ups. I knew who the baddest dude on the floor was in warm-up. They played against, I think, some team, Fringewood. They think they played against Fringewood. When I didn't know, I sit by myself. I don't need nobody next to me. I like to see the game. So I'm sitting there watching the warm-ups. I said, that got to be him. There's a little old guard. There's windmilling and ducking the ball and all over the place in warm up. A little old guard don't do that. So first of all, he separated himself there. Then he got in the game. Bam, 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 deep. Bam, 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 deep. Get into the hole. Huh. That's him. I walk out the gym. Somebody in this basketball community that be teaching y'all kids and be training y'all kids gonna have nerve to tell me somebody on Friendswood's team was the best player on the floor. And I watched the whole game. Negro, what game were you watching? See, these people have these hidden ass agendas because they don't work them out. They don't play for their program. So they want to talk about these kids. But he ran up against a buzzsaw. I say, you look at the game way different from way I do. I don't know who in the hell you talking about on Friendswood team that you could even say was the best player on the floor. Man, I was so mad. If we didn't walk into the other gym, me and him would have still been talking about, man, what is wrong with you? Y'all, I'm telling y'all, there's some people in this basketball community. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about them. And maybe that's just how they see the game. I ain't saying they see the game. You know what? I wouldn't. They just my 30 years experience in this thing at the highest levels. I don't know how he could have came. Can I do it like this? I don't know how he could have came to that conclusion. Ladies and gentlemen. Then I come back in another game, all the same haters sitting next to each other. I said, it's an echo chamber. See, this is why I always tell everybody on this show, I want y'all to don't agree with me. I want you to say something contrary. I have another opinion. Because I don't want us to be in everybody, oh yeah. Everybody gonna agree with Ivan Pettit. Everybody gonna, no, Marcus Carroll gonna say some stuff that I don't agree with. And I'm gonna let him know. So he got to explain to me why he feel that way. I hope he don't get mad at me because I don't get mad at y'all. I love for y'all to say something contrary. But hold up now, but when you do, when I get back at you now, don't be, boy bye. As one good lady said, boy bye. I know. Yeah, I know. I know. Boy, just because I didn't agree with that bull crap she was talking about. See, they don't understand, man. I done been through this. What you trying to do with your son, I done been through it. Yeah, they do it in every city. It's not just Houston. They do it in Dallas. They do it everywhere. So hold up. Thank you, Kevin Freeman. Do they do that? Yes, they do it in every city. These parents, y'all gotta understand. These parents like to hear these lies now. Their parents from Friendswood gonna like to hear that lie from that dude. Well, I'll come work out with you. You think my son better than Matt Hill? Your son ain't better no Matt Hill. I sit there and watch the two teams play against each other. And I don't even know the other kid's name the dude mentioned to me. But I'm on this show talking about a dude that 30 years in this business on this show talking about Matt Hill. That is moved in Chicago. He telling you right now, Doc. It's contentious everywhere. But you don't be unfair like this. Why did you just say, did you see the other guy on the other team? You said Matt, he was the best player on the floor? I don't think y'all hearing what I'm saying. Because I ain't getting enough comments. And maybe some of y'all haters like this too. You can see the game and have a different view. But then, no. No. Hold on. Then Matt Hill played against Kuzeli. Hey, Marcus Carroll. I know. But Marcus Carroll, y'all watch this one. I need y'all. Where Big Doug? Let me see. Where your big at? Where's Big? Where's Big? Man, get on the show. Doug. I need you. Doug. Let me see Doug Jones. Man, uh, tune in. Cause y'all, Doug know a lot of these dudes. He said that dude had to be talking about Chase from Friendwood, Madden and Chase on two. I don't know who he was talking about. Big coach. Thank you for saying something. I don't know who he was talking about. I just know I sit and watch the game and no way. So then Madden Hill played against Coos Elite and got their head toe off the bone. They had all that big old length, all that big, it was a summer basketball team. So guess what? Guess what? That same dude came back and told me, guess what he told me? Man, why they play a summer basketball team against a high school team? Numb nuts is a team camp. It don't say summer basketball team and high school. It said team camp. Get you a damn university and you have a team camp. He has something negative about that. Yo, these are some negative ass dudes that be around here pretending to be people that that watch this game and evaluating this game. I can't wait. I gotta call in to somebody to straighten them out today. I got y'all got to understand. I can't let this stuff keep happening. But the man said, Glenn, he said, you can say something about a player, but parents especially want to fight. You can say something. Saying, don't talk about my, I ain't talking about you saying nothing about a player. I'm talking about evaluators, who guys who think they know stuff, the guys who supposed to be quasi leaders in this basketball community, got programs and teach people and do all this kind of stuff. And who are you to sit up here and say some kid can't play? Doug, about time. Doug, I was in the gym. I was in the camp. I'm finna repeat myself because I want, Doug, I need you to help. Sitting up there watching Madden Hill play against, I guess, the first time I seen him, I guess his friend Wood. So, watch that game. Doug, I didn't call you. I didn't text you. I saw you in the gym. I didn't text you about no player. I show up and I watch them warm up. And Doug, I never seen Madden Hill. I never been to none of his games. I ain't never seen no highlight. I just hear people talking about it. I ain't never seen a highlight on it. Doug, I knew who he was in the warm-up line. Y'all, when you're doing this stuff for 30 years, you know when you see something. The other one I told y'all I saw in Vegas, guess where he at right now? He is probably going to be on the 19 and under team for USA basketball, Mikael Brown. See, some people just went, I ain't saying I discovered him, but I know what I see when I see it. You follow me? So when I saw Madden Hill in warm-up, I'm sawing him, and I'm sawing it. I said, this got to be him. Then I saw him shooting the thing, and the pretty jump shot and getting it, and got the handle up. Yo, 10th graders don't play like that. I had a 10th grade guard. Robert in the 10th grade wasn't like Madden Hill. Hell no. No, sir. Madden Hill had a whole, hey, Doug, it is rocket science if you don't know what you're looking for, Doug. See, you saying that, Doug, it is rocket sciences. It is. Because you don't know what you're looking for. Of course I saw Bryson Campbell. But I'm talking about Yes, I saw Bryson got Peanut. Coos Elite. That was like probably the better team I saw. I didn't see every team. What I like about Bryson, what I saw of him this weekend, he was physically imposing. His body looked a lot better than the rest of them kids. It's a little bigger. He looked like Lance Stevenson. Got a little that Lance Stevenson type body. Yeah, that is Moody, a 10th grade. I'm talking about Matt Hill. So Doug. So that wasn't what got me. So Doug, then somebody gonna come and tell me, I'll tell you off the air, Doug, he wasn't the best player on the floor to me. Somebody from on the Friends would. I sit there and watch the game. Who in the hell you talking about from Friendswood was the best player on the floor? I saw the best player on the floor. I saw him. But this dude who's a person in this community some of y'all listen to, and then the same dude, I said, dude, we just see the games two different ways. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have a team. I don't have a team in dog in the fight. I don't have no team to play, nobody to play on. I ain't got no workout. I ain't got no workout for nobody. But some of these people, these workout guys, these evaluate guys, these guys be lying to y'all. These guys see through their lens. And ain't nothing wrong with them saying, I just want you to know, listen, I'm not trying to stop them from looking through their lens. That's their lens. I just want you to know it's a clean glass of water out here. So you don't have to drink that dirty glass of water you've been drinking the last 20 years in this basketball community. I got a clean glass of water, parents. I want y'all to be able to drink out of it. Coach, I understand what you're saying. Doug. That's why I'm saying these people got motives. How do you think you can say this to me? Robert, I'm going to tell y'all something. Can I tell y'all a secret? I got offended. The hell can you tell me some stupid ass stuff like that? Like you talking to one of these parents. I got offended. Ladies and gentlemen, that you can come and tell me that I don't know what I'm seeing? And the same guy come and tell me, Matt Hill went up against Bryson Campbell and them in that crew. He didn't fare so well. They was playing that 1-3-1 trap zone on them. And they ain't playing man to man now. When I was in there, Coos Elite, Skip said, oh no, I'm not finna let this guy kill us. But after that game, the same guy, Doug, you got to hear this one, Doug. The same guy who told me that, get what he tell me. Watch this. Doug, why is they got a summer basketball team playing a high school basketball team? Why they got a summer basketball team playing? I said, it's a team camp. It didn't say high school team camp. It's a team camp. So you put your team in the camp and you get to play against another team. We want to play against the best competition. What is wrong? But y'all listen to this guy. I know some of y'all has listened to the guy. Y'all, I was so upset with Houston basketball community because we let anybody just be in positions y'all think they in the. Mamas and parents, I see what you're up against. I didn't have to deal with this because I knew what I had. I didn't try to go over. I knew what I had in a basketball player. But they said, why? That's not fair. Why you put that high school team, Madden Hill's high school team, up against Coos Elite? Because it's a team camp. I thought it was genius because Coach Sampson might want to see what Matt Hill do against that Heat. Text you right now, Doug. Ladies and gentlemen, I was bragging about Bryce, Reese. I was talking to some people and Madden. Somebody said, Robert, you know what? It's a shame because them young men, people gonna be hating on them. He said this community is just gonna hate on them. I didn't even think about that. When I see something that I like, I just wanna I was happy for the kids. I'm a guard. I love guards. So when I see guards, I'm happy. But at the same time that I'm happy, is some people don't like for whatever reason. The kid don't play in my program. They gonna talk. They said, Robert, people gonna tear these young kids' head off. But you know what I said? Not on my watch. This is why I tell y'all to share the show. It was too many people in that building did not know. Y'all, I don't care what other show you get. You ain't getting what you getting on this show nowhere in the whole world. I don't care. But I'm sitting there watching this stuff, man. Reggie Rito balled his butt out. And somebody said, Robert, them kids gonna be okay until these haters start hating on them. Adam Boyd, Reggie Rito. These guys I know. I didn't get everybody's name, y'all. Y'all got to understand. Madden Hill. I didn't see Santos. Somebody told me about Santos. I didn't see him. Who else? Bryson Campbell. I didn't see Peyton Jones, but somebody was telling me about him. I didn't see him. But man, y'all, and they sit over there in little groups, these guys. And they got a little echo chamber there where they just bounce the stuff. They ain't listen to the outside world. They on group text together. Talking about y'all kids. Talking about people. Then I'm gonna sit and talk negative about people all the damn time. I better been pretty damn good at something in my life too. That's why people get so sick of that Stephen A. Smith. He always got something slick to say something about the best athletes in the world. Just because you done reported on it. Bless your heart, you done reported on them. Good. But man, shout out to Lawrence Sampson, Kevin Sampson, Kevin Sampson. Chief, I didn't get a chance to see you. I didn't get a chance to see you. I saw Kellen, I saw Bilal, I saw Lauren. I didn't get a chance. You had your grandkids with you, man. And talking to Coach Sampson. And I ain't want to come down there, you know, you know. Yeah, I'll come down there. That's how we do. But great camp, man. Got a chance to see some of the players running the camps. Gold wire in his same gym he always in. Doing this thing a few times, I kind of know where certain people gonna be and who gonna be in certain gyms, and saw how during the camp, Coach Kellen Sampson was giving tours while the camp was going on, giving families tours. I mean, I just love the way that tournament is ran, man. It's just unbelievable. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. But Doug, we got to get better, man. With these people out here running their mouth and hurting and talking about our kids. Just go, y'all, come on, man. Let's make last year the last time we did it. Let's leave these little young kids. Let's leave these three alone. Okay? Just do me a favor. Just leave these three alone right now. Let these three play themselves. Let play. What school did Bryson play? Campbell play at? Big coach. Let's leave these kids alone. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Let's just, I know some of y'all you just negative Neds. I understand. You're probably negative at home. You're probably negative wherever else you at. You know what I'm saying? And let's do better. Let's do better. So our kids want to come back and do something out for me. Like I said again, shout out to PJ Bird. Shout out to Bryson Etienne. Shout out to Joe Burden. All these young kids I watched grow up in this basketball community. Angleton, yeah, in this basketball community. I getting the chance to watch y'all play in the pro-am, the same pro-am that I played in, man, it just warmed my heart to be able to, y'all, the floor that y'all playing on. I had to explain to two of the U of H players, to two of Texas Southern players, they didn't realize the history of who has been on the floor, how I saw Chris Childs come in that building and play so well that somebody told the New York Knicks or New York Nets about him, and he wound up being a pro. It's just, I've seen it. I played on it. It's Vernon Maxwell, Sam Cassell. All of these guys that played on the same floor. And at 1 o'clock today, 1 o'clock tomorrow, and 1 o'clock on Thursday, your kid have a chance to go in there and play open run, and you don't take advantage of it. It just, let me tell you something. I know faith comes by hearing and hearing, and I'm gonna keep giving it to you. But I was thinking about Father's Day. And when I think about Father's Day, I think about Tiger Woods, I think about Michael Jordan, two of the greatest. But I never forget this one. Never forget this one. All right, guys, give me a break, all right? Yeah, that's all right. Come on, guys. We'll give him a break. Guys, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. I had to play that. Tears come to my eyes every time I see it. Michael remembering his late father. That's first Father's Day without his dad after he won in his fourth championship. Security had to get people out of the way. He ran in the dressing room, grabbed the ball, and just started crying. That's what his father meant to him. That's what his father meant to him. And today is a Memory Monday. Back in 1993, finals game 4, Michael Jordan had 55 points. The fifth player to score 50 points in finals history. The first one since Jerry West. Michael Jordan, man. See, y'all, I lived that. I was around that. So when, that's why I don't get into the debates about who the greatest and I've lived through both eras. I've been there up and close in both eras. And I just respect him and LeBron for what they've done for this game. You're going to never hear me talking about who no. Unique, man. Just love sharing it. And fathers, don't forget, I got something for you today. I got five commandments for fathers. 5 commandments. But I was listening to Kyrie Irving, uh, Mental Health Awareness Month. And you know what? I'm gonna let him tell you. I think I taped it. Did I put it? No, I didn't. Oh, I didn't. Robert, how could you not? How could you not do it, Robert? Oh, Mr. Hatter, you didn't put it up there. Golly. But he was talking about how he was watching the finals, recovering from his ACL injury. He said, I could be bogged down and depressed, but I'm sharing this unfiltered because you deserve it. He's talking to the people. He said, I let people spin narratives about me, get into my head sometimes, violate my spiritual boundaries. That led to a spiral of emotions. This Kyrie Irving talk. He said, I know what it feels like to lose it all. I not want to be on the earth anymore. So please, don't be quiet. Don't retreat. He said, I care. Reach out to your loved ones. And I know I put that thing up on my screen, and I'm so mad that I didn't, because I wanted y'all to hear from him. Sometimes we just don't have, we so cold, we so negative, and we so always got something to say about somebody. And just always like foolishness. And let me tell you something, it's a time and a place for everything. Trying to find that thing, man, I can't find it. But that's what he said, man. This stuff real out here, man. Y'all found myself, I've been watching, he said, I think that's so dumb. How are they going to compare players from different eras? I've been watching hockey. And the reason I've been watching hockey, somebody very close to me works for a Canadian company, and they go back and forth. And the Edmonton Oilers, they fans of Edmonton Oilers. Even hold up, y'all. If y'all wait a minute, hold on. Let me show you what I got. Hold on one second. I'm back. It's so important that I had to go. I got this back. They sent this to me. Edmonton Oilers. I know they behind 3-2 by Florida, but I got the jersey and everything. You know, I ain't want nobody jersey, but they sent me this, and but I've been watching hockey. Earlier, I talked about, is it 1 o'clock yet? I want to share with y'all some, check this video out I got for y'all. Y'all watch this. I got this for y'all. It's just for y'all. Watch this. This is just about the golf tournament I've been telling y'all about. Watch this.
Hello?
Is this Anaya Smith?
Yes, this is I.
I was calling to get more information about the event this July.
Oh, yeah, so I actually have it pulled up right here, man. It's actually a 3-day event. We have a golf tournament here on July 3rd, and then the next day is the showcase camp on the 4th of July and big gala dinner on July 5th. And shoes, man, we're gonna have a great time. You know what I'm saying? Pull up. If you need any more details, that aclsilverlegacy.info. Hopefully I'll see you there. Matter of fact, I will see you there. Nice. Mr. Mayor, what's going on? What you doing here? What you mean? You gave me the key to the city. You got here. Watch out, man. So we'll see you July 3rd through the 5th. If you need more information, type in htlcivillegacy.info. We'll see you there.
This is the golf tournament I've been telling y'all about on July the 3rd. Go to this QR code, Anaya Smith, Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver. This it right here. Celebrate 25 years of faith, mentorship, academic and athletic excellence. Proceeds support the HCL Reach Foundation mission to help underserved youth, underserved student athletes succeed in school, sports, and life. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what it's about. I'm glad they sent me that video yesterday. I couldn't wait to share it with y'all. But go to take that QR code there and just go to it. Donate something. Just if you want to play golf. Come on. If you ain't never played before, come on out there and play. Come on out there. We're gonna show you a little something out there. And think about it. Kevin Freeman came out there and he done took the bull by the horns. Kevin Freeman playing in tournaments, he doing his thing. But it's unbelievable. Y'all, I can't wait. I can't wait. July 3rd. And you know, my birthday right after that. So but I'll see y'all. Okay. All right. Go to QR code. QR code. Go to the, and they'll take you to the website. It'll tell you everything they're doing, man. They got basketball. They got camps. They got football camps that weekend. They are going to take over Houston. So check it out. Okay, everybody got it. All right. Hey, no. Oh, Doug said he gonna drive the car. Doug said he gonna drive the car. But Doug, let me go. Y'all know I got something else for y'all. Y'all know I got something else for y'all. Let me finish. What else I talked about? Y'all know I found out. I'm always trying to find different information. I love the movie Sinners. A lot of us went to see it. A lot of us haven't seen it. He said, I hate that I wasn't in attendance yesterday, but it was it was a monsoon. You're right. Yeah. Okay. Then I coached my team at Funday that afternoon, and then I attended the Wu-Tang. Okay. Good job. Good job. Y'all, I saw something. I found an Easter egg. It was so many things in centers that we were looking for. Things that we say, God, they had this in centers. I found this out. They just showed me about it. I know I put it up on the screen. Where's my stuff at? No, Robert. Didn't I? No, I didn't. Hold up. Y'all, I got to go through a little cycle. Hold on. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. It might. Okay, there it is. There it is. It didn't take long. I had it. This car in centers. That car, that particular car, right? A lot of people didn't catch it. I didn't catch it. It was a car that the twins were driving, was a C.R. Patterson and Sons, called a PG Mobile. This is the first automotive ever built and manufactured by Black people in 1915. Y'all got it? Go look it up. C.R. Patterson's and Son. That's the first figure. That boy Ryan Coogler used that car and put that car in there for a reason. So I can sit there and dissect it and find out. Let me make it big so y'all can see it. Patterson and Sons. Yes, that's the car. Boy, I told y'all gonna be the smartest person at the nail shop. Yeah, I'm telling you. Hey, I said, wow. I didn't know. I know that, y'all. I was yesterday's years old when I found out about that. What else I had to tell y'all about? You know what? I'm gonna skip over that because there's something I ain't ready for that. Yeah, he said I got to go back and watch the movie again. Yeah. But the third session, ladies and gentlemen, of the USA Basketball 19 and under training camp is underway at Colorado Springs. Big time headline group: AJ DeBancer, Michael Brown, Tyrone Stokes, and many others. Like I was telling y'all the other day, when I first watched this guy, I'll never forget. I walked in the gym. I love to tell the story. I walked in the gym and we came to see somebody else. But I walked in the gym and I just stopped. And everybody was just wondering why I stopped. I said, let's sit here a minute. So I saw this guy go up, this point guard go up and down the floor about 4 or 5 times. And I said, damn. I said, hold up, y'all. Y'all sit here. I went to the scorer's table. I said, who is this kid? They told me who it was. I said, okay. Huh. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. I ain't seen a video of him. I ain't seen a YouTube of him. I ain't seen it's probably a million of them on there. I just haven't seen it. But first time I ever seen him, but he stopped me in my tracks 4 or 5 times down the court. All these 7-footers on the floor, but this not little guy, about 6'3", 6'5", he just had it, y'all. You know, when you walk in the gym, like Madden Hill, I saw. Madden Hill, he got something. The way he glides, the way he pats the ball, and the way he shoots it off the dribble. I said, I kind of like that little boy. I kind of like that little boy. Hey, somebody tell his dad for me. Dad, let everybody else tweet about it. Don't you tweet about your son. No, some people frown on that. You just sit there and enjoy. You got some there. Let other people tweet about it. It's better. It's better when you're not tooting your own horn. Okay? All right, boy, that's a good one. But I should charge you for that one. But the kid. So I went and asked Gary Carter. He was over there filming the game. I said, "Who? You know this guy?" He said, "Rob, he gonna be at McDonald's All America." I said, "Okay." I said, I knew he would. You know how you just see, I don't know what. See, some people, I didn't go in there. Hold up. I didn't go in there like these negative ass people around here in Houston, Texas, talking about what he couldn't do. I came in there and said, wow, what he could do. I could have came in there, because I ain't gonna lie. Man, hey, Madonna, I get so sick of these negative people talking about basketball. Y'all ain't got, listen, man. What is it? I know you go, that's my opinion. I know, but everybody, can your opinions be at least backed up by some kind of factual information? Not because, well, I don't like, well, don't get your facts and your feelings mixed up. You don't like the kids, you don't like who you work out with, you don't like what because he ain't been in the gym with you. I see too much. Y'all, I see too much of that. I see too much of that. When college coaches even telling me, man, why are they so negative? So keep your hand off of Reese. Keep your hands off of Madden. Keep your hands off of Bryce Campbell, okay? Y'all just leave them kids alone. Yeah, please. Just Madonna. Madonna, I just leave them kids alone. So let me keep going, Madonna, because I had some stuff I want to talk to y'all about yesterday, the other day, and I didn't get a chance. And I'm trying to find it. And you know, it's what's going on with this Big Three stuff, man? They fighting in the stands, and Steve Jackson want to fight the players. He a coach. What's going on? What's going on? Coach, I was talking to this coach. Come on, man, don't freeze up on me. I was talking to this coach, and they were talking about how she said, "Did y'all discuss the topic about the Big Three this weekend? If not, I'll wait for women." No. What you want to hear about the Big Three? The foolishness? What you want to hear, Madonna? Tell me what you want to hear about the Big Three. Do you want to hear about this? This what you want to talk about? That's Steve Jackson. That's the coach. That's what you want. That's what you want to hear about the Big Three. Lance Stevenson fighting what his name? What's the other boy? Dwight Howard. That's where we at. What? And then that wasn't enough, and cover the kid's head if they hear. Then that wasn't enough. This would Madonna.
When somebody want to fight, they want somebody to grab them. Same bitch ass niggas be at the hotel begging me for shit. Now y'all want to show out in front of these people. One of you niggas get burned fucking with me. I'm not these niggas. Google me, bitch. I will burn one of you hoes. All kind of shit.
Is that I was talking to just how the landscape of college basketball. I was talking to a college coach, and I was just taking notes because shit, he was talking, and shit, I ain't gonna tell you no lie, man. I wish I could have filmed it. Wish I could have filmed it. I mean, I wish I could have, but he'd have knew I was taping him because he was just, because I was talking about Sonya, the different responsibilities of a head coach in this modern day, in this NIL space, in this new ruling by the judge space. He said, I got the coach and I got the GM too, Robert. I don't have a GM yet. He said, it's like the NBA, but you don't have an owner. He said, when you used to deal with a team for a player, you used to deal with what? The owner or the GM. He said, now, you don't have nobody, you don't have to answer to nobody. Everything falls on the coach. And everything falls on the coach, and the coach don't have the last say so. So I got all this responsibility, but I don't have the last say so. He said, but you're in charge of everything. But you don't, you're in charge of everything. Y'all, I'm because y'all trying to be coaches. Y'all trying to, I'm trying to let y'all understand the landscape and how this stuff is going on in the in what's going on in college basketball. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't get a note from somebody. So hold on. Let me make sure. Yeah. So I'm just going down, y'all. I'm just getting the bullet points. He said decisions had to be made in real time. Decisions in real time that might impact you as a head coach. If Sonya Billingsley, my head coach, not my assistant coach, not Sonya, no, Sonya, no, Sonya, I let her do it. Let me go back. Let's go back. Hold up. Doug, y'all won't understand. Tina, hey. She said, my heart. Oh, okay. Hey, Tina, baby, I'm just see you. Kevin Fraber, my head coach, my assistant coach, right? I had Kevin Fraber, right? I know everything about him. I know his shortcomings. I know, shit, he can't even handle his own damn money. What would it look like for me having Kevin Fraber go negotiating a deal with a high school player and his parents on behalf of my university, and he can't even handle his own goddamn self in his own? Nothing against you, Freight. I'm just using you as an example because I know you understand what I'm saying. So assistant coaches, get your act together, man. So you can be a responsible conduit of the coach. Or if you can't, don't go try to. If that ain't what your coach got you doing, don't you go out there telling nobody how much money you gonna give them. Cause your ass ain't that. You ain't you. The head coach know about your finances. Yo, I'm telling you, he just sitting there talking to me. He just sitting there talking to me. He said, I'm in charge of everything, Robert, but I don't have the last say so. Cause the president got the last say so. But if something happened, it's on me. Decisions had to be making in real time. Coaching staff have to be more on point now. That's why I love U of H's staff. That's why I love Memphis' staff. Got to be more important because the stakes are high. You can't just go out here telling me, man, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna give you no. It ain't your money to give out. I need you here to have a relationship with these kids. That's all I need your ass to do. I need you to learn how to coach these kids on the floor. I need you to do this because it's a lot of stuff I'm not going to be able to do because I got to be able to do all of this. Recruiting, not broker deal. Absolutely. But it's so easy to recruit now. They ain't really recruiting no more, Marcus Carroll. I don't know if you know that. Shit, all they doing is offering the money. They ain't got to recruit no more. So assistant coaches really is not as valuable as they used to be. Assistant coach in Texas ain't invaluable. All they got to do is say, I got all this. Texas Tech, all they got to do is say, I got all this money. Kentucky, I got all this money. I ain't got to recruit here. This ain't recruiting. Hey, man, we're going to give you this. They can't give it to you. But we sit up here and hold these same all coaches, this, hold them all accountable for the same. No. Them dudes with them high budgets, you got to treat them like that. You can't treat these guys with these lower budgets. And it's not an even playing field. It's never going to be. And it's about to get worse. It's about to get worse. The systems have to be on point. You got to hire you a GM to help you navigate this stuff, he said. He said, I need my assistants to coach, Robert. Just recruiting coach, just like Marcus Carroll just said. I don't need you negotiating money. Most systems can't even handle their own damn money. I don't need you talking about money. You can't handle your own. He said, I never talk to my assistants about money. Because the college coaches don't have a feel for that. It ain't that they bad, it's just they don't have a feel for that. And then some conferences don't have a lot of money, y'all. Y'all around here bragging about how many teams that the SEC had in there because they had the best teams money could buy. Man, he just bought a Ferrari. Shit, he's supposed to. He had a head start. Oh, tell me about when Marcus Carroll go buy one. I'm more proud of that than you telling me about one of these other guys who done had all the advantages. I don't get too excited about other people's stuff when I see it. I don't be excited because people are billionaires, because I know to become a billionaire, you've been a rotten ass dude at something. You done did some rotten shit, stuff to somebody in this world. If you got all of that and people out here ain't got nothing, some conference don't have all this money. They don't pay their coaches like that. Look at the ACC. Look at the people who retired in the ACC. Larry Nager, Roy Wade, all the old guys, Boeheim. And now the coach at Clemson is the voice of the ACC. Tell me one of y'all can tell me his name right now. The coach at Clemson. And he the voice of the ACC. Coach the rest of our people out of there. Coach the rest of the more guys out of there. Look at the retirees. That's why I would tell Hubert Davis and John Shower, y'all gonna have to speak up. You have to, and see, and now you have to educate from an NBA perspective. You have a president of a university. Listen to me, y'all. That don't know nothing. You know what? It's so funny that ain't but two guys commenting on this. And this some very important stuff. Y'all got your kids and going to all these games, and then they go. Y'all can understand this stuff when you go to university, but if they lucky enough to get there, I just don't understand y'all. You have a president of the university who don't know nothing, and you got an AD that just might like football, and then you got the head coaches. These are the dynamics. And ladies and gentlemen, just in case you didn't know, let me drink me a drink of water. And you still have to deal with academics. Y'all got to understand, some schools have academics at the forefront. University of Virginia, you want to know why they losing? Academics at the forefront. Stanford, academic. Georgia Tech, academics is at the forefront. And you bring in a couple of suspect dudes, it'll mess up your APR and mess up your whole thing. Then this settlement thing. People tell me maybe it's an even playing field now. Well, no, the bag situation is still there. You have to evaluate. Listen to me, y'all. We have to evaluate the coaches on the way they're spending this money. You got to evaluate Louisville. You got to evaluate Kentucky. You got to evaluate Texas. You got to evaluate on the way they're spending this money. Don't judge those other coaches against these teams with these higher budgets. These coaches ain't better. They got a higher budget. And all you young people out there, start moving in different circles. Don't be stuck. Somebody told me this and broke my heart. And I'm finna tell y'all this. It's what they saying about y'all. 90% of the young black coaches are lazy. This is what they telling me. Y'all bosses, or y'all want to be bosses. And y'all too sensitive. Travis. And ain't on point. I'm going to repeat that. I ain't said, they told me this. He said, Robert, 90% of these young black coaches are lazy and sensitive. And they're not on point. Young coaches. All you people don't want to come out here. I want to evaluate basketball for a living. I want to coach for a living. All of you can't be lazy. You got to be able to take directions. You have to learn how to follow before you can lead. Do your job. If your job is to do this, don't be over here trying to negotiate. You young black coaches, this is what they telling me about y'all now. Y'all are resistant to change. You don't listen and you get problematic. Man, I wish I had somebody other than Malcolm and Travis and Marcus Carroll talking to me. I wish I had somebody. We wasn't talking about. I don't care. I'm gonna tell you what he said about them white coaches. Everything that opposite them young white coaches are doing it. That's what they told me. Respectfully. Everything I'm telling you they won't do. Let me go back. Let me tell you what they saying the white coaches do. See, Herb, I'm glad you're coming. They're not lazy. They aren't sensitive. They are on point. They take directions. They learn how to follow before they can lead. They do their job. They aren't resistant to change. Since you want to tell me the percentage, they don't listen, and they do listen, and they're not problematic. Glad you said that, because he came back and said something to me. He said, the white assistants I got are problem solvers. Instead of worrying about the percentage of the white guys, let's just make sure we do what we do. You can't do what they do. That's our problem. Well, what about the white people? You can't afford to. You forgot what color you are. You forgot what color you are, Herb? And you worry about the white assistants? The white assistant got the complexion for protection for collection. I'm giving you a damn cheat sheet. If you want to be a young black coach, I'm giving you a cheat sheet. But you're sensitive. What about the white coaches? Ladies and gentlemen. He said these boys, the white assistants, I got it. White assistants are problem solvers. He said you got to stay on point. What is the plan? What is the plan? You got to be able to use basketball knowledge when you're explaining something. I'm just giving. You got to use basketball knowledge. You can't come in explaining something like you're off the corner. You're in the hood. You got to use the nomenclature that they use in basketball. You got to use the syllabus that they use, and you got to come in there when you're explaining a play. When the coach puts you, say it's your time to explain the count. Man, I learned something the other day. They told me something real good. They said, it was telling me about. He said, what did he say? It blew my mind. I'm just giving you information. He said, you got to stay on point. You can't come and explain in the play wrong. He told me, this Jimmy favorite word, talking about the scout. He said, Robert, I'm going to give my best scout. I'm not going to give him, when I play the top teams, I'm not going to put my best scout on the top team, because we can get that information from everywhere. I need my best scout to scout one of these unknown ass, these teams that might come in here and beat me, embarrass me. Like my man came on here and said, Paul Hewitt said about, do you remember bringing in? Paul Hewitt came on and said about, oh, Jimmy, I don't know where you at, but we'll work it out. But Paul Hewitt came on our show, and I remember Cornell beat them. He said, man, my damn coaches didn't tell me they had a point guard and a damn wingman like this. But the coach I was talking to the other day was just explaining to me, I put my strongest coach on those teams that we don't know about as much because they're going to be more thorough. I let my less stronger coaches on the team. If I'm playing North Carolina, I'm playing some top team, everybody got information on them. I never looked at it like that. But Jimmy, I was just talking about, I had a conversation with a coach the other day, but I'm welcome you on to the show. And I want to finish this because, man, he was just giving me so much information. I was just taking notes and taking notes. He was just talking about the young black coaches. He said, Robert, he said they just not on point, and a lot of them are not point. He said 90%. He said this. I didn't say it because I don't keep up with no damn college coaches. Jimmy, there's somebody that said, turn that screen door filter off. Oh, you. I know you're in a hotel. What's up, man? Let me see. Can I hear you before you say something?
Yeah, you should be able to hear me.
Okay, yeah, you good. You good. You good.
I actually bought the camera, but
No, you good. You good.
No, but it takes an adapter, and I thought I had the adapter in my bag,
Yeah.
and I didn't bring the adapter. So we make do what we got.
But
Yeah,
since Jimmy on, I'm gonna give him a chance to get on. But y'all, I'm gonna no, Jimmy, I don't even want you to go here. Let's talk about what you got. Cause we need some more time. If me and you gonna talk about this, we need some more time. Jimmy, when the man, I'm just gonna give you, and I want you to sim on this tomorrow. He said 90%, Robert, of my black coaches are lazy, Rob. He said, and they're sensitive. He said they ain't on point. The young black coach. I'm talking about the young black coaches trying to come in. He said they don't take directions right. They got to learn how to follow before they can lead. I'm just taking the notes. He was talking on the phone. He said, you got to do your job. He said they are resistant to change. He said they don't listen and they get problematic. He said, my white assistants are problem solvers. They stay on point. They're going to give you the plan. He said, be able to explain the plan. Use your basketball language. We have to have success, black coaches. He was telling another black man this because he said, Robert, we got to get better. I'm just throwing this out to our young black coaches. We got to get better. Don't get sensitive and talking about, what's the percentage of the white coach? We ain't talking about them. They got the complexion for protections. And the collection. We ain't talking about them. We talking about your black ass who always talking about, well, don't nobody hire me. Won't nobody hire me. This why. But Jimmy, we'll talk about it tomorrow. But Jimmy, I got more and more. But it's crazy that he talked to me about this. And Jimmy, guess what I did? I said, man, I just said and took notes. He said, you kind of quiet. I said, shit, just keep talking. I'm just taking notes. Taking notes. This is from a Power 5 conference coach. And it's just unbelievable that I never knew this. Ain't nobody never told me this. I'm when he told me this last week, I'm a week old from knowing all of this. But that's all. But what you got, Jim? What you got, baby? Where you at, man?
Oh man, I'm in the Marriott downtown.
Oh, you in Houston though?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, if you're somewhere secret, don't tell us.
I mean, those. Hey.
I don't keep them. I don't keep them.
My wife know where I'm at.
Yeah.
Hey, Sandra know where I'm at.
No. But tell the guys. Tell the people who don't know, because you might be on a caper, and you might. But if you're all right, if you don't want to talk about it, we don't talk about it. But keep going.
No. I'm of course. You guys know every man since almost shucks. I didn't realize it's been almost 20 years. Almost 20 years, and I've been on the staff for Nike Elite 100 camp. That's the top 10 graders in the country. So I'm still on staff.
Okay.
For that. So that means, I just move, and just goes to show you guys I don't beat the bungos at my every turn. And my thing is that way I don't need people having to worry about trying to kiss my ass or kiss ass, not to say my kiss ass. That's a figure of speech for the wrong reasons, or thinking for favor. So if your relationship is genuine, then guess what? I can amplify Like back in the days, you had a radio in your car, or back in those early days, people put equalizers or amplifiers in their vehicle. I have the capacity to amplify certain things when it comes to exposure and beyond that to the powers that be. So I'm coming here. There's a few people from Texas that are in the camp, and get a chance to see the game start this evening. Which man, and Corey Alexander, he's the one that directs the Elite 100. He was doing it before he blew up and went to ESPN and been doing game, which he does a fantastic job
Bad
on the
man.
on the screen.
I
Good
study him.
Lord,
I
it's just a
study him.
matter of time. Corey is just so comfortable, and ESPN did the right thing when they first brought him in for the college games because they put him in that ACC, which that's at first when they gave him got his feet wet, and he's so comfortable because he played at Virginia, and but Corey and his
But
crew.
Jimmy's more than that, Jimmy. You got to remember now. During the combine, he's at the combine and doing the stuff at the combine. So he
Oh, he
is
does all.
NBA.
Yes,
Yeah, he an NBA. I mean, so he
yes.
does it all. High school
What
basketball sometime too.
and I'm gonna see Corey Charlotte. We go a long way back and great. I mean, let me tell you what that does. Now, if you ever heard him do a college game in the conference that he's in, remember he's not in the Southland or the SWAC. He's calling Power 5 basketball games. Well, what you can tell is a lot of these kids that he's talking about and he's watching during the college games, he got a chance to see them and know many of them from when they were in the 9th, 10th grade, 11th grade, following through on the EYBL circuit. So when you get to watching these kids like that, you get to knowing and meeting the parents, you get intel. You don't have to do extra cramming for preparation right before a game. He knows them from coming through the ranks. That helps when the feet is on the ground in such fashion.
Well, you can say that about Paul Ben Carter too, then.
Well, Paul,
because he deals in high school basketball too.
When Paul does college games, a lot of those kids, a chunk of them, you can tell it's a different space because Paul has seen them.
Yeah, of course.
When you're seeing them in that amateur setting, you can tell some things roll fluidly because of your relationship and you know them. And it's easy to give a shout out and sneak a shout out in the midst of your thing. Like Chris Walker, if you ever watched him guys do a game, he's in the studio booth now. But when he used to do those games, it was really easy for Chris Walker to sneak a soundbite or a shout out to somebody back in Houston or in Dallas while he's talking about a game that involves a kid or the summer coach or the summer program. You can sneak it on in there without it being like an advertisement or whatnot. But basketball stuff, and of course this is camp month. So much going on. Of course, shout out to the University of Houston. They've had their a team camp.
Amazing.
They went on the hill. I'm glad it's right behind the Rice camp. And at this point, a lot of the teams they get a chance to go there. Somebody asked me over the weekend, man, why so and so? Why them kids playing at U of H? None of them kids can go there. No, it's deeper than that, guys. Listen.
Please explain to some of these asinine people. Come on, Jimmy.
It's deeper than that. It's like this. If your team, if your high school team had a chance to play in the Toyota Center, right? Would you turn it down? You know what happens? It's the aura. If you play in the Toyota Center, you don't have to pay. No, I get it. Some schools got to go and pay this and got to go and sell this many tickets, and they work deals. But if your team could play there, if the region championship was at the Toyota Center, and you had a chance to come there and play, would you play it? Yes, you would. So it's the same thing. U of H is the hottest school on the block in this entire state of Texas when it comes to basketball. They're the hottest thing on the block. So for some kids just to go and get a chance to sit down in the locker room, bounce one of the basketballs, run into and see some of these kids, the team, see the coaches, just to hear the coach say, look, the coach might glance through the court. You're gonna feel that he's watching you. Coach might not be paying you a lick of attention, but it's what that does is it can help with the self-esteem of a lot of the young people just to be a part of it, just to say, I made a 3-pointer at the Fertitta Center. I hit a basket, and the Bilal Batley was in there watching, and he started smiling. Hell, something, whatever. I got a chance to take, so that's the fulfilling the ambiance, and also I use the term masturbating the mindsets of a lot of these people, and that's what it does, and it gets in there. So there's nothing wrong with that. I get that. It's nothing, no extra. We get it. Everybody
And Jimmy,
enjoy
let me
that.
give you some extra. Every time you get a chance to step on a college campus, it is a positive. To visualize yourself, the idea of furthering your education is impactful, number one. Then college coaches on that campus will take notes, Jimmy, and say, Jimmy, think about this, Jimmy. Shit, we got a perfect example. A few years ago, you remember, I called you, you wasn't there. I called you when Quantas White came over and called the coach and said, man, I need y'all to come in here and watch this kid. Right? They was in there balling. He said Quantas called the head coach. Quantas was in the men's gym. Then the next thing you know, the coaches came in there. Then the next thing you know, they took the kid off, not off his high school team. They put him on their team because U of H always had them a select team. Additionally, coach, U of H didn't get his boy no college scholarship, but Quantas White went off and got a job somewhere else, and his first recruit was that guy he saw in that gym that day.
Mm-hmm.
You follow me? That's what people don't understand, how the college coach be taking the good competition. Good. And Jimmy, somebody had nerve to ask me yesterday. Somebody had asked me, why would they put a summer team up against a high school team? I said, it's a team camp. Numb nuts. It's the team camp. But I don't think that's not fair. That you just got one good player on that team because they played Madden Hill against Q's Elite, and Q's Elite just beat the hell out of that little spring that side. But I thought it was a good test for Madden Hill. He got a chance to go. They had that length everywhere on his little ass. But people, somebody walking out of there telling me, somebody in this basketball community that some of these people listen to. Hey, y'all need to start listening to y'all some new people in this some basketball community. Because some of these people just don't have a clue of what the hell.
Let them keep listening to it.
No, I don't want our people, Jimmy.
Let them keep on listening to them. They beg for this.
No,
Jimmy.
I can't let it happen, Jimmy. I had a son in this. You ain't had no son. You ain't had no dog in no fight. All I've been thinking about what would have happened to my son if I wasn't there. So I'm here for them parents, man. Because Jimmy, I'm gonna start exposing the people with this bad information. That's all I'm telling. I keep telling y'all, Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com. Email me. I'm gonna let you know. But Jimmy, then the people call up, they're the same person. Jimmy, same person. Sit there. Madden Hill played against Friendswood and told, cause Jimmy, guess what? You know how I am, Jimmy. Don't tell me who nobody is. Y'all told me about Madden Hill. I never seen him play. I never seen a video of him. I never seen him. So Jimmy, you know I got there early. And I watched the warm-ups. In warm-ups, I knew who was the baddest man in the building. In warm-ups. Because I said, who is this little old dude doing all these crazy acrobatic dunks? He ain't that damn tall. And then he got in the game, he constantly shooting and hitting threes from everywhere. And I'm saying, then somebody walked out to that game and told me, that same guy who just said that a minute ago, he's told me, man, he wasn't the best player on the floor. It was some guy from King. I said, what game were you watching? See, these people are saying, Jimmy, I was offended. I felt, I was like a woman. I felt violated. This dude, I said, what are these guys' motive? Cause he don't work out with you? Cause he don't play in your program? What is your freaking motive to say, I watched the whole game, Jimmy? That's the only game I watched the whole game. And I didn't know nobody on Friendswood team. I didn't look at Friendswood. I saw them play, and I was sitting there to myself saying, what the hell is he talking about? And Jimmy, I told him just like this. I said, man, everybody just look at this game different. That's how I did him, Jimmy. Hey, it's some people out here got their own agendas. It's some negative Neds. Jimmy, all the negative Neds. We need to talk a whole show about the negative Neds. It's some negative Neds. It's some dudes ain't got nothing to say good about no player, but the players they work out. Some negative, I call them negative Neds. Negative Neds and negative Nancy's. Whatever it is. But keep going. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to take your time up. My bad.
It's amazing. Remember, on that topic, I just close it with a very simple, detailed sentence. There's a big difference between the best player and the best prospect. Just remember that. So sometimes in certain games, the best player in a particular game is by no means to be misconstrued as the better prospect.
Jimmy, I ain't had to go that far.
I remember back. I can speak on it now because this was about 6, 7 years ago. Wesley Yates III was in the 10th grade on Beaumont United's varsity. His team went to state that year, to the state championship. Oh, they done, Alan. You can burn that one up. They done.
Come on, man. I ain't mean to mess you up. Come on, man. Come about West. Tell about West.
So there was a stretch when he was in a funk in the 10th grade. Terrence Arsenault was, in the 11th grade, I think, at the time. And Wesley had a stretch where he scored single digits in like 3 out of 4 games. 2 of those games, he only finished with about 4 points. And people was like, same type of stuff. They were, he not that. Well, if you're paying attention, it's so hard for some guys, once they be able to put it together and put continuous premium performances together, it becomes easier for most, for the real ones. Until then, they have to struggle to put it together. And this is one of those things where you're talking about a 9th grader, 9th grader. And if you have to go into a debate and find yourself defending whether about a 9th grader versus an 11th grader, that lets you know right then how good that 9th grader is already. If you are willing to, even for the opposition, for the opposing person, to even want to engage in a discussion, who's better, 9th grader or the 11th grader? The 11th, listen. Madden Hill has a chance to be special. Depends on what his body does over the next 2 years. As far as a prospect, he has a chance to be special. We've had small guards, but I want you guys to remember something. We embrace them, and that's what we lack in doing. And some of us, we've embraced some, and at the best, think of it like, take the sample size of our top 5 sub 6 foot guards that have came through. And right now, Madden is sub 6 foot, but he's knocking at the door. He's right there at it. He's about an inch and a half, 2 inches away from 6 foot. Who knows if he's gonna get there or not? But who will be your top 5 from the area, sub 6 foot guards, or just say top 3? Don't even go top 5. Top 3. That should be easy for y'all. In the greater Houston area in the last 10 years. And watch what I'll help you with 2 of them. Orlando, high school version only. We're not talking about what happened afterwards. High school version only. Orlando Harden Jr. would definitely be one of the top 3. Right? Went to Clear Brook High School. Led the whole area in scoring. He played on the sneaker circuit under the sneaker umbrella teams from the 8th grade all the way through. Speaking of Wesley Yates, he was the point guard on that team back when they were in the 7th grade, 8th grade, you know, and all the way through. Orlando Harden Jr. would definitely be one of the top 3. Braylon Bush from Silsbee High School would definitely be one of the top 3 based on the fact of his high school career. All-time leading scorer in Silsbee High School history. Led the whole area in scoring. I think he might have led the state in scoring as a senior, averaging 30 points a game. And who you want to peg in for a third one? I said Cliff Brook. I mean Cliff Frog.
But yeah, but we got your point. So tell us the point. So we ain't got
the
time.
point is, as good as those guys' resume is, and was in high school for their respective high school teams. Braylon Bush played on the sneaker circuit. He played up under the sneaker umbrella. Right? So they played on the highest form of amateur basketball, of grassroots basketball. Yet and still, those guys, when it came to the college, being a college prospect, it was different because of the fact that the recruitment, and not many of those kids that's under sub 6 foot are on these rosters playing. Not many. It didn't translate over once they got to the next level. They both of those kids ended up. He said LJ Cry. LJ Cry. How tall is LJ? Yeah. He's 6 foot. LJ 6 foot.
Yeah, he's 6 foot.
He's 6 foot. I say sub 6 foot. Arch. LJ 6 foot.
Yeah.
He doesn't go in his barrel right there. I'm waiting on Montana Wheeler. Well, no, I would give Xavier Wheeler the edge over Montana Wheeler. So we do Xavier. Don't do Montana. Xavier, that's just disrespecting Big Brother. Big Brother had a much greater. I know, even though Montana won the state championship, but Xavier, when you played his team, you were playing his team. You know what I'm saying? It was like Montana didn't get the same bungo beating as Xavier did.
But I want to know the point you're trying to make.
Well, so here's what you measure, how you can measure these kids as you go along the way and proceed with caution. I'm talking about the people that's like thinking like because you go and you do it here, it's going to always transfer over. Our best, that means our best at your high school, is your kid better than Orlando Harden when you get to the 11th grade or the 12th grade? That don't mean he's going to have the same opportunity. Some people, favor ain't fair. Is he better than Braylon Bush? How does he compare to Braylon Bush? How does he compare to Orlando Harden? How does he compare to Xavier Wheeler? And these are 3 measuring sticks if you think a kid is supremely good. Now, for this young man, Matt Neal, he's on good trajectory to be as good or even better than either of those 3 right now. Right now. So that's how you look at it. Can he be in this range in 3 years? Or when the next year we say in 2 years? Or then you up there next year? That's what I'm saying. How you can use it. Stop looking at kids and trying to measure them and say, well, man, he name a pro. Let's think about some of the top high school kids that you can relate to and compare them to them. Or are they even worthy of being compatible to them? And that's what I just wanted. I mean, it was long, but a lot of people, you get that. So
okay.
I'm looking at the thing. So I'm looking at reading some of our shit. See Thaddeus Moody. That's Moody
he wants you to watch out for some of them guys.
Down in Chicago, but I'm watching him. I'm watching for him, Daddy. I'm gonna check him out tonight. Now I'm gonna see how we're gonna do this because I'm gonna watch some of the schedule has been different than it was in recent years. I don't know if they made no adjustments for tonight. This NBA game going on. Normally the campers get a chance to watch the game, and eat pizza because of the actual competitive games will be over with. But now it looks like they're going to be at the same time. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. But somebody asked a question. Oh, that's a conversation. That's for somebody else. 2 things, 3 things. What's going on with the no excuses?
Off the chain this weekend. Off the chain. Off the chain. Off the chain.
Any new faces? It's getting younger out here. It's getting younger, right?
Man, I love it. They got them old ass wore out dudes. They done went playing somewhere else. And I'm gonna tell you what got me when I saw PJ Bird, Joe Burton, Joe Burton, you know, he played with franchises at some point. Bryson Etienne, and all of these guys, they just came up to me. I said, this whole new era, these kids, you know, these kids grew up, and that now they coming back playing in summer basketball, man. That's one thing, and I'm gonna tell you, Anthony Medina, that's my dude. That's the smartest dude. That's one of the smartest coaches around here.
Oh, he got the St. University of St. Thomas team.
Yeah, their team was there. They team. Now they got a little spanking the other night because this other team was pretty. But your little boy, Pink, little Pink, them got in. Little Pink, them put it on him. Pink, I don't know all the players, Jimmy. I don't know the names or all of that, Jimmy. It's the first week. I ain't got acclimated because you know I'm a guy with players. I like to like players. I don't look up teams, but but it's a unique. I just like the competition. I think TJ Ford got a team there. U of H, Bryce Jackson clowned over there, came over there and killed the team he on. Henry Sims is coaching a team over there. I mean, it just had a flavor, man. I love the flavor this weekend. I just love it. I can't wait till next week now. I can't wait till next week. No excuses.
What days they play
on? They play. Check this out: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday started 6, Saturday started 2, Sunday started 12. And then just play. And the girls, Jimmy, they got some girls out there can play too. So it was, the girls play, you know, men play, the women play, the men play, the women play. It's Casey and them doing their thing over there, man. They doing the Father's Day, Jimmy's Father's Day. The fathers got Frenchies. All the fathers with their kids got French's chicken. Yeah.
Okay.
Complimentary. It was Father's Day. You know, it was Father's Day on Sunday. So it was a great weekend, man. I can't wait till next week. I'm waiting on next week right now.
Well, of course, when we give it a land the plane, of course, this past weekend we had the pre-Juneteenth Classic one-day event, which was awesome because it was something. There have been one-day events, of course. We've had some, a couple of them myself, but instead of this one was simple because it was only 2 games, and you pretty much play, sit, maybe 1 or 2 games tops, and you play it again, and you're out of the gym, in the gym, out of the gym, and that was awesome for a lot of the teams. We got a lot of great feedback on that. And shout out to Rick Godfrey, man. Rick Godfrey, he's a frequenter of the Chop Shop. He's the legend, the voice, as you guys may know him. He connected a young lady that has a brand of coffee for you coffee drinkers that you do not even need any creamer or sugar. This some stuff, this some coffee, and it was like, man, I had one guy that walked in there. He had a coffee in his hand, and there's a cup of coffee from one of the fast food spots in his hand, and he's a coffee drinker. This was afternoon. He drinking coffee. He walked out of there with a case of that other coffee. He said, "Man, that stuff is some serious coffee." I'm not a coffee drinker, so I'm high on sunshine when it comes to that side of the fence. But shout out to that. And the reason I brought it up is because there's many of you guys with small business owners that have slighted in capitalizing or using these youth sporting events to market your business. More if you are, and you event directors out there, you or we have been slighting ourselves from not inviting these people more so and making them feel comfortable at knowing that they have an opportunity to connect both sides. Them people and parents in the stands from all wakes of life, Heather. You can have one grassroots basketball team. You can have one kid. The daddy can be the mayor and sitting right next to someone on Section 8. And that's just all different types of parents that come through and relatives that come through this basketball. These I'm just talking basketball. I'm talking about all youth sports settings. So be more, I guess, more vigilant and on that side of the fence. That way now some of you don't have to go and take a lot of money to go and advertise and do this and do that to get your product out. Because you get some of these people in them gyms, these little kids or these young people or these young parents, you never know what their social media reach is nowadays. That's the ticket. All they gotta do is take a picture and post it. And it can be a come up. So want to get that. Also, uh tonight, of course, NBA basketball is on the tap. Powder, the Pacers, Orlando, and OKC Thunder. Game 5 is going to, looking for another exciting game. No team has won more than one game in a row. They've rotated wins each of this series. As I left on last thing I said, now it was a 5-game series. Now it's basically a 3-game series. And OKC Thunder has home court advantage. And I'm rooting for game 7 by any means necessary. After game 7, I'm looking for the baddest Joker to step up. That's what I'm looking for in this one. I'll probably say slightly rooting for OKC, Adam, just because Chris Walker called and he was so very pro Indiana Pacers. And so I was like, you know what?
So am I.
I say, you know what? OKC, it is.
So am I.
And
I don't want OKC to win. I don't want Sam Presti to win.
Well, I'm just saying that's something deeper than. I'm talking about
I just don't want. I just don't want them to win.
I'm talking about the players on the court. The players on the court also.
Well, Sam, I don't want the players on the court to win. I like Halle, Bill. I like Halle. Halle. Hallelujah. I call him Hallelujah.
But one thing that's already been proven, and it's already been proven, and if more people watching the game can admit this, no matter what the hell happens, OKC, at the end of the day, OKC is better than some people were willing to give them credit for. At the end of the day, Indiana is far better than some people were willing to give them credit for.
Whoa. Say that again. The team that won 6 games?
Still. They still lacked. Remember, somebody brought this up in the middle of the season. They were still talking about the Lakers every day in the West. Every day
they talking about the Lakers because they had LeBron, man.
Golden State. But that was the airtime and the minutes and the seconds that was geared toward NBA talk in the Western Conference.
Jimmy, every other team was 16 games behind these people, man. What are you talking about?
They still lacked. Let me tell you something.
They got the MVP.
Put it like this: if that team,
who is they,
would have been the Clippers or the Lakers or Golden State with that same record, we wouldn't even be asking who was going to win the finals. That's what I'm saying. So that means there was slight.
Jimmy,
there's been slight.
Before game 1, there was a landslide to win.
Once again, that means, as I just said,
before game 1, they was favored to win. Jimmy was a heavy favorite to win.
They were favored to win, based on money. That what details and orients those point spreads.
But it's Jimmy, they were 16.
Where the money is laying.
They were 16 games ahead of everybody.
But still, you could have that record and still not be respected. They didn't get the same type of respect. They didn't.
So who was respected? Who was respected?
They got respect, but not the same. Who was respected
then in the league this year? Who was?
You say who was?
Yeah, who was respected? Everybody talking about OKC. OKC this. OKC. Hold up, Jimmy. Got the best defense in history. The best defensive efficiency in history. Got the MVP. Okay, man. I don't know where you've been looking at. Because everybody I know think OKC was gonna run off with this game.
Okay. Look at it like this. What if you take the sample size and you say, well, I ain't gonna fall for this again. You was good a year ago.
Yeah.
And you got your head knocked out. So until you prove that this regular season gonna transfer over to the postseason with you, then guess what? We'll go with it. And this is what happened a year ago with OKC. They were good last year, and still did not get. And what they do in the postseason? What are they doing in the postseason?
So they lost to a good Dallas team.
Okay, so you had reason to believe.
But they in the finals now.
Okay, so now people had reason to believe. We're talking about, understand how you're talking about the finals when you're reading the book backwards. I'm talking about at the end of the regular season.
You reading the book backwards. You talking about 2 years ago. You talking about last year.
I'm talking. No, I'm not. I'm going for something that happened a while back, and you had reason to believe. You're going to, after the season though. With people like, man, I'm not falling for that. They was good last year. What record?
Well, guess what? Me and you been talking to different people. This is the first time I done heard what you just said come out your mouth.
That don't mean it don't make sense. That don't mean it don't make sense.
No, I'm just saying it's the first time I've heard somebody say.
If I trusted upon you, you thought you was gonna be this new kid on the block a year ago. You didn't. So now going in after the season though, it was like, okay, we've been here, done this before. Let's see what OKC is gonna do in that. Yeah, they had the better record. Yeah, they had the better record last year. Well, let's see. Then after they go, they win.
We still got to see, because I don't think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna lose this. I think they're gonna lose. Some about Indiana. Indiana ain't scared of them. Everybody else was scared of them. Anthony Edwards and them was scared of them. Indiana ain't scared of them. All of that old
Anthony Edwards them had won their mental championship by beating Golden State. They were mentally, that was the series that they won and didn't realize there was more work to be done. They won with the series. They were tapped out, their heart tapped all the way out. Then the inconsistencies came from a couple of the players on the court, including
you got Cat, you got Anthony Edwards, you got Julius,
and they were so inconsistent. They were subpar for the most part. You know that. If you grade them from the abundant thing, yes.
Jimmy, you got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and you got Michael Jackson. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Michael Jackson, and a bunch of Tito's, and y'all. That's why y'all didn't think they were gonna be it, because they didn't have nobody else on his team.
No,
but Kevin Franklin said they was gonna win from the beginning. Man, let's get out of here, because this subject, I just don't believe in it. I just used the first time I've heard of this, somebody saying that OKC was not the favorite and people thought they was gonna choke. Well, where you start talking, people thought that ain't
what I said.
They were they supposed to be. They were they supposed to be.
That's not what I said. I said they kicked a whole bunch of ass in the regular season before. And therefore, some people felt
they didn't win 68 games last year, though, Jim.
I believed in you a year ago, and you failed me. So Jim, now let me see how you're going to do it. Now they made it to the finals.
Was last year improved? And you helped me out. Was last year they the most efficient defensive team in NBA history last year too? No, they wasn't.
And didn't get it.
No, they wasn't.
Postseason.
No, they wasn't.
They did not get it done.
All I'm telling you, man. This team here was a juggernaut. I just don't see it. I mean, if you can see it all you want, I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
You don't see what? You don't see what?
I just don't see people in what I've been talking about and the things I've seen. This is the first time I've ever heard that people didn't think they was gonna be here. I thought they was gonna be here the whole time. I didn't think LeBron them was gonna beat them. I knew Anthony Edwards them wasn't gonna beat them, so but I thought they was gonna be there all the time.
It was more so we gonna see. Prove it to me.
Well, I don't think like that. Okay, I don't think like that.
And so now what they've done is they've showed that they validated themselves. And once you validate it, now it's time to close the deal.
So when they lose now, what you gonna say? When they get their head, they're gonna get their head tore off tonight. When they lose, what you gonna say? Well, I want to hear. What's the story gonna be? The narrative. Where they wasn't as good as I thought they were.
Here's the better question. Hold on. Here's the better question. Like your question was, when they lose tonight.
Yeah.
Then what you gonna say?
Yeah.
The better question is, when they win tonight, what are you gonna say? That's a better question.
No, it's not. You can't answer a question with a question.
That's what I thought.
You can't answer a question. But see, I haven't talked about.
I've already answered that question.
It ain't me. You the one
Well,
said.
I've already answered that question. That's simple. Either one of these teams can win this series. I want to go 7. When it comes down to 7,
since when can any one of these kids get? That ain't what you said in the beginning.
Because at that point, the egg had not hatched for me with Indiana. At some point, everybody said, "Whoa, this dude's a real deal." So at some point, you want to name a long list of kids that I said was good, and you're like, "Oh man, I got to change my mind." That dude, all right. Even we say NBA, not even high school player, we go NBA player. Evan Mobley was one of them. The kid down in New Orleans, what's his name down in New Orleans? The forward that was at the Lakers. The Lakers traded away when they got Anthony Davis. He ain't. What's the kid name? You know what I'm talking about? The long kid. Played with the Pelicans.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. He ain't that damn good.
What's his name?
I forgot.
He made the damn all-star. He was an all-star this year. And earned it. And they ain't just name him.
Brandon Ingram? You talking about Brandon Ingram?
Brandon Ingram. Yeah, Brandon.
He made the All-Star game. What All-Star game he played on this year? I don't remember seeing it. Maybe I didn't watch the All-Star game. Hey man, all I'm saying is, man, I looked at these people in the beginning because the first game of this series, I said, man, don't y'all get everybody, OKC, across the board, ESPN, OKC. And I just said, Indiana has won on the visiting team's home floor the first game every time. They're going to beat them boys the first game. And what I like about it, what I really, really like about them guys, man, right now, they feel they gave. See, when you start saying, man, I gave away a game, that means you. I mean, it's just unique, man. I love it. I guess what, Jimmy? This is one of the best series I've seen. I've watched every. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't watch it all the time when LeBron play. I probably don't watch every game with Steph. I tape it, but I sit down and watch this series from cover to cover every 4 games. I ain't never did that. I can't wait tonight. Can't wait till the night. Let's get out of here, man. Because the quicker I can get out of here, the better I can go watch the game. Huh?
So some going remember one glaring stat.
Okay.
Comes to the front of the room tonight.
Why tonight?
It is.
Why tonight?
Because we're in the NBA Finals. And this game right here, the Indiana Pacers hadn't lost back-to-back games since mid-March. It's June. It's almost the end of June. It's mid-June, June the 16th. So in April, May, June. It's been 3 months since they lost back-to-back.
It's been a long time since the other team lost back-to-back too.
Well, they can't lose back-to-back. They lose a night, Howard. That's what I'm saying. So it's just only caters.
No, but I'm just saying, it was last night, the other night when they lost, that was the same thing. It was the same thing. So guess what? Indiana winning tonight.
Once again, that's the glaring stat that comes to the front of the room. Because either Indiana gonna break it.
Hey, when y'all hear me tonight, every time we do something, say hallelujah, not Halliburton. I mean Halliburton. Hallelujah. That's his name now.
And then, hey, before we get up out of here, on to we wrap on tomorrow. That's some good stuff right there. But I get over. And
yeah, what time you gotta do tomorrow? What time you gonna be in your little meetings? Do y'all go over early?
Tomorrow they got morning games. It's morning games tomorrow. I think tomorrow games is 10:30, 11:30. 10:30 and 11:30 tomorrow. What I do is I beam in for you guys, and that way you guys can get a little glimpse and get the ambiance and the backdrop. You'll get some of that tomorrow from right inside the St. Louis University. They call it SLU up in St. Louis. From the it's a private event. No, only parents and special guests can watch these games. So, and that's how it's always been. And I remember back in the days how they would always tell there would have been no media back in the days, and the ones that did come in, Even the staff, they would tell us not to even publish nothing until after the camp was over with. But now with social media and stuff, you guys are allowed to see streams and not streams, but videos and clips and stuff. Because everybody has, you can't deprive somebody from putting out their cell phone and start taping footage.
Who we
You know,
got up there? Who we got up there from here?
I gotta go look at the list. I don't want to leave nobody out. But I know we got. I know
I'm
there's
talking about
about
from
4 or
Houston.
5.
I ain't talking about
Yeah.
Texas. I'm talking about from Houston, not Texas.
Yeah, yeah, we got. I know we got 4 for sure. So I check it out and see the list.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I know we got 3 for sure. So I got the roster on my phone.
And Baton Hill up there? Are you too old for this?
No. He's not too old. He's a 9th grader. It's primarily 10th graders.
Oh, this is the 10th grade thing. Okay.
It's primarily 10th graders.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I got you. All right.
And I'm looking at the thing that the Google Drive. You know, you get somebody saying the Google Drive, and so I had to hit Stovall. He didn't put the thing to give access to the thing, so I got to do my job and format this stuff. And but yeah, it's gonna be but Madden Hill is a 9th grader, so he would be an automatic no-brainer next year. Is he good enough to be a? Yeah, I haven't seen what's in there though, so I don't know what's in there until I get in the room. But based on this, there you go. Herb Baker say Lyris Robinson is here. Kid that played at Bridgeland and moved away, transferred away last year, but he still lives in Houston. You know, Lyris is talented now. He talented boy. So that's pretty much it, man. In a nutshell. Shout out to all the guys from the area that just came home from NBPA Top 100 camp. That was good. Also, don't forget tonight don't give you something to do in halftime. Come on the basketball game. Right about halftime, 7:30 tip. Yeah, 3rd quarter. If the games get out of hand, or you go to commercial break, your homeboy gonna be on the mound tonight, making his debut.
Oh, Tiny!
He ain't pitched since 2023. Since he last pitched.
Oh, Tiny!
No. Oh, so that's who you're rooting for? Do you know they playing against?
That's who pitched.
You know who you playing against? Do you know what they playing against?
You know I don't keep up with baseball.
Oh.
Is it?
So
them my 2 teams. So you saying the Dodgers playing the Padres?
Bingo.
I can't lose. That's like 2 of my sons playing against each other. I can't lose. I can't lose with the stuff I lose.
That's a 9 o'clock tip of West Coast. Well, I'm sorry, 9 o'clock Central Time. That game's 9 o'clock. No,
hey, you know
what? Your local listens.
You know what I don't like about baseball, man. Man, will help you win 3 straight games. Get in it on the bus and go to the airport with the team. And the man get on the plane and y'all jack him off the plane. Said, we done traded your ass. Get back out, take a cab back to get his car at the arena. Man, baseball is rotten. Sports is rotten. And I'm talking about Rafael Devers.
Talking about Devers?
Man, ladies and gentlemen, let me let y'all know. They won. They done swept the Yankees now. They get on the plane, get ready to get out of town. Hold up. He left his car at the stadium, right? Car at the stadium. You know how you leave the car and then the bus take you out to the plane, right? So guess what? They go to the plane. The man get to the plane, sit down. They say, man, hey, homeboy, hey, get your stuff. You know, hey, homeboy, yeah, you get all your stuff. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get off this mother. And we ain't got no car for you. Call him a Uber or a cab. And that man had to go back and man, baseball. That's a hell of a sport, man. Y'all, that's why I don't like it.
Well, you know, one thing, 2 things before we get off on this Devers trade. Of course, Devers is going from Red Sox to the San Francisco Giants. And remember, he caused a stir in the preseason when he did not want to vacate the third base spot in favor of Alec Bregman, who played for the Astros and who Boston Red Sox had signed in the offseason. So they made him a DH. But he had caused such a funk that those people knew whenever they got an opportunity, they were going to move him and get him up out of there.
We're
The
gonna get out
bad
of
thing
here.
about it, he had been playing some pretty good baseball as of late. He had been
And when you
grooving,
pay him
found
like
his groove.
that, he felt some kind of way. See, y'all understand, these people equate. When you give me all this money, I can have my way. But I got to get out of here, Jimmy. I'll see you later. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, but on that move, you know what? Don't get mad, get glad. Because I'm looking on the other side of the fence out as we go. And you know what? Guess who fingerprints on this? Guess who fingerprints on it? The Giants is doing good. They're one of the surprises in baseball this year.
Okay.
Don't forget, Dusty Baker. Dusty Baker is an administrator with the San Francisco Giants. Remember that. So don't feel bad. Dusty Baker.
What I'm feeling bad for?
I'm just saying, some people, applaud Dusty Baker.
Jimmy, when I found out how much money that man made, I wasn't feeling sorry for that man. That man went and got into he went and got into a $170,000 car. I wasn't thinking bad at him. He gonna be all right. Diva's gonna be all right. But I'm out of Devers or whatever his name.
Yeah.
But I'm out of here, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Share the show real quick. Share that show on your way out the door. Got big news for you guys tomorrow. Breaking news.
See you tomorrow.
I'll drop it tomorrow.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.